with NYMA, and then EM management is my pre-existing management with my brother that we do. But I think it's really important to have an understanding of local culture as well as ways of doing business and just an understanding of ecosystems. And I think as music and as content becomes increasingly global, it's important to have people on the ground who are experienced, who have the interest of artists, the best interest of artists at heart. And I think we found that with NYMA. We're really looking forward to exploring a lot of interesting ways to do a lot of really fun things in the Philippines. So that's, I think, what I'm most excited about.
Do you have something to elaborate on?
Yeah, just absolutely excited to be able to support EN Management and Eric and their vision. And we're just here to make sure that everybody in the Philippines gets to know Eric and has access to Eric. And we're excited to see what the next year has to bring.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I have another question. Actually, you made it real with your song, House on the Hill. So with that, with your latest project, the latest album, House on the Hill, it seems like this marks a significant milestone in your artistic journey. Can you share us what's the inspiration behind it and how it reflects your musical evolution?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Yeah, House on a Hill is an album. It released September 8th, and it is my 10th year as a singer, I realized. And so, in many ways, everything that I've learned and experienced as a singer-songwriter, as I think an artist of many different mediums, I think I really put into this album and this package. And so, not only is it a musical journey where we really experimented and tried to always improve the type and the styling and the quality of the music, but also visually, because visuals are so important. We really put a lot of effort into shooting a short film and about 4 music videos and a full world and a universe around this album. And so we put a lot of attention to detail and had a lot of fun with it. It was not easy to do, but it was a challenge that I feel like I wanted to take on and kind of say, you know, 10th year, this is a big moment, let's do this properly. And so I'm really excited for fans and listeners to really dive into the music, and also, I hope, walk away from the album with a lot of introspection. I think the album came about as I was really contemplating what is it that really makes us happy, what really motivates us as people, and what makes us want to wake up every day and, you know, fight for what we fight for, stand for what we stand for. And so a lot of that will be shared in the music. And I guess just to, while we're at it, next Friday, the 11th, is my second single called Don't Leave Yet that releases. And then September 8th will be the album, and the title track of that is called Only for a Moment, which is a song that I worked on with my good friends, the British duo Han. So an album that I'm very proud of, and I'm really excited for everybody to hear. Thank you.
All right, our next question is from Naz Tavares of Hype Mania. Charmy, rather, Pagalong, a Philippine star.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, so my question is, the rock show has become a favorite among fans. So where you celebrate music and media's greatest hits and offer insights into the industry. So can you share with us an unforgettable moment from the show and that has left a lasting impact on you?
Thank you for the question. I think, you know, we've had so many guests. We've had the privilege and the honor of hosting so many incredibly talented artists on Tebak Show. And I've been getting this question a good bit recently. And when I think about Tebak Show and why perhaps it's special for not only myself, for a lot of the viewers and the listeners, it's because you get to watch and listen to some of your favorite artists having very honest, open, candid conversations that perhaps they would not have on another show. And one of my favorite examples of that, I guess I'll give you 2, is with Jackson Wang and Jesse, because they both came on the show. They were very honest and real and vulnerable, And to me, as an interviewer, as a host, as a friend, that is the most meaningful and the biggest honor, that somebody walks in and says, I want to talk to you about all these things that I love, or that I struggle with, or that I feel really good about, whatever that may be. And so those are, I think, two highlights, I think, over the past 4 years of many incredible artists. But then I think another highlight for myself and the team is that when we first started, it was almost impossible to get artists on the show because nobody knew what a podcast was in Korea. We were the first K-pop podcast. But now we're at a point where we have so much inbound requests from artists, friends, labels who say, I want to come on, I want to talk about XYZ, or I want to just play games or just hang out, which is equally as good of a feeling and an honor. So I think those would be my highlights for the election. Thank you for the question.
Thank you. So my second question is, we've seen you collaborate with various artists. So is there a dream collaboration you have in mind that you'd like to?
This is one of the hardest questions, and it changes all the time. But honestly, I am so open to collaborating with many, many people. I mean, if I'm just gonna list off some dream collabs would be like Bruno Mars or Adele or Justin Bieber or Taylor Swift. I don't know, I'm just a pop artist at heart. Charlie Puth, I don't know. And so anybody that really loves pop or ballads and that kind of stuff, I would love to collaborate with. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Charmy. All right, our next question is from Naz Tavares of Hype Mania.
Hi, Eric. My question is, you've been an inspiration to the music industry worldwide. Can you tell us what was that defining moment that made you pursue a solo career in South Korea?
Well, what was the defining moment to pursue my career? Well, I got started on like a survival audition program in 2011, and at the time I had a job offer pretty much signed at Deloitte Consulting doing strategy. And once I got off the show, I did a lot of soul searching, meeting with a lot of mentors and people that I respect, and everybody was like, this is your dream. This is what you have always wanted to do. You should give it a shot. And so it was, it's not like a big climactic moment, but it was through meeting with a lot of people and consulting with a lot of people that I trust that everybody was like, you should try it. And it was terrifying and it was really scary, and thank God it worked out. But that was about 10 years ago or so, and I'm really glad I did. And along the way, it's been a lot of challenges, but a lot of really, really incredible moments that I'm very grateful for. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And for our last question, Geman Villanueva of Orange Magazine.
Orange Magazine, hi. With a matching orange hat.
Thank you. Welcome back, and nice to see you again here in Manila. Just want to know, can you share some of the special experiences you had in Manila last year? And I heard you had a show this Saturday. Can you share more about that?
Sorry, it was about my experiences in Manila and then the show. Oh, got it. Yeah, I mean, like I was saying at the beginning, I feel like every time I'm in Manila, it's so short and it's a very quick trip in and out. But what I do know and what I do absolutely appreciate is that I have the best fans in the world, and many of them are here in the Philippines and in Manila. And whenever I'm here, I feel like I'm just getting a big, warm hug from my fans. And when I'm not here, they're just as active online and over social media, which is why I think I always feel a strong connection to Manila. So yeah, I absolutely look forward to coming back as often as possible, doing as many shows as possible. To start that off this Saturday at Market at 5 p.m. we have a free meet and greet where we'll be singing some songs and I think playing some games and just hanging out and maybe do some Q&A. I don't know, it's gonna be a good time. We'll do a bunch of songs, and I know a lot of fans were confused, like, is this free? It's like, it is free. It is free. So you show up, and I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you, and I hope to see you all there. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much to our